Hello, you beautiful people. Why is it saying I'm not live yet? I am live. Ain't technology fun? There we go. I need to make sure stuff is not vibrating. Don't need those distractions. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. Got my paints. Boy, I'm just all sorts of discombobulated. Okay, so I wanted to touch up a little bit of the Pikachu. Um, After a couple days of looking at it, I feel like I need to fix just a little piece of his back right here. Let's get super close. So on his back, like right here, there's just like this little disconnect between his back and his arm. I kind of want to fix that. I know it is super trivial, but that is just the way my brain works. And since I have noticed it, I cannot unsee it and I need to fix it. I also want to fix the stripes on his back. But that will get fixed with kind of fixing his back. I know it's such a trivial little thing. And it like really doesn't matter in the grand scheme, but I'm noticing it. Oh, also, just a heads up. We have had a couple power issues here. There's a storm that's been going over. We seem clear for now, but there's still a possibility I could lose power, which means my router would go out and I would probably get disconnected from my live. Just so you guys have a heads up. Hello, Elsa. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you can make it to the live. I have been working on this painting on my live. I started it last year, but it's been taking a lot more time than I thought it was originally going to take me. And I've kind of lost motivation for it in some spots just because, like, I didn't feel like I was putting the right energy or emotion into it. And the lives have been helping me, like, get into the right space to get this finished. And I feel like that looks a lot better. Arm looks more connected to his back again. I know, such a silly little thing to fix, but I had to. Now I could go on to this guy. So last video, I blocked him out. His shape is not perfect. I definitely need to fix some stuff with it. Like his head needs to be a little bit bigger and more rounded. Because like this side of his face doesn't quite match this side. So I need to fix some of those things. But this Pokemon's name is Jirachi. This was just kind of like the guide I was following for it. This is not the right color, the red. That's its shiny form. It has two colors. I'm actually going to be coloring it in this blue, but I'm just kind of like, I kind of like this pose. So I'm just twisting it in my head so I can make it work. Thank you, thank you. This is for a friend. Her nephew passed away suddenly last year. He was so young, and it was really hard for her and her family. But he loved Pokemon, and she knows that I love doing Pokemon art, so she wanted a painting, and I'm gonna be doing this for him. So I'm putting his favorite Pokemon in this, and then I'm gonna put him playing with them. So it's kind of like a Forever Twilight piece with like it's kind of like a heavenly landscape, twilighty, just having fun. So he can be remembered in a very happy setting. Just to make it like super special for them. So they have this that they can look at for years. And always feel close to Kenny. Thank you. I can't wait to send this to her. It has been way too long in the coming for her. Onyx, this is your hair. You did this. Why is your hair in my paint? I'm so excited to finally get this to her. Try and make sure like things line up. See, I'm glad I'm lining this up because this part of his head is wonky. That's also why I do them just slightly smaller than I want them so that I can adjust. I'm going to have to bring this side up just a little. And then this is going to be curved. Bring this into a little bit better focus. And a little pro tip for those who like painting. I actually don't know if this is a pro tip. This is just something that I do that seems to help. When I am painting shapes that are meant to be three-dimensional, I try to do like when I do a base coat or with layers, I try to do them in the curve, or like have the layers kind of follow the shape itself. So I'm kind of doing this circular motion because this is kind of like a cone shape, and I'm going smaller as I go to the tip. When I'm painting it, I find it helps it look more like a cone shape in the finished product and not so flat. I need to do the same here. I feel like the paint remembers and it shows it in the finished layers. That looks more like Jirachi's head shape. That looks much better. For anybody who may have missed the last live, I did talk a little bit about Jirachi. So Jirachi is my favorite it's from my favorite generation. Like Gen 3 is my favorite. It came out when I was a senior in high school, and I was obsessed with it. I grew up with the original games as well, but then Gen 3 came out, and I had just gotten my Game Boy Advance, and I started playing this game, and I was obsessed. Yes, I do have multiple favorite Pokemons, but my top favorite is Gyarados from Gen 1. I was introduced to Pokemon with Gyarados. So I was in middle school. I was in the seventh grade, and I turned the TV on before I had to go to school. And it was the episode where the SS Anne had just sunk, and Ash and Team Rocket, Ash, Misty, Brock, and Team Rocket were floating on a raft after the SS Anne sunk. I don't know if this was like in the middle of the episode, and it's been a while since I've seen it. But the part that I turned it on to when I started like paying attention, they were all on this raft, and Magikarp was on the side flopping, and they were all like talking about how they wanted to eat Magikarp, and Meowth tries to bite Magikarp, and it breaks Meowth's teeth, and James gets like pissed off at it, where he's just like, "This good for nothing fish," and he kicks it off the raft, and then it evolves into Gyarados. And when I saw that, I was obsessed. I thought that was the coolest thing in a cartoon I had ever seen, and I was just hooked on it. And I know like the next episode, I also like I thought was super cool, which was like the Island of Giant Pokemon, where they come to like a theme park with animatronic Pokemon that are like multiple stories tall. They're huge, but because they were shipwrecked, they don't know that they're animatronics or mechas, and like it just caused a whole bunch of shenanigans. Um, but I remember it was this episode because I was watching it, and all the Pokemon had gotten separated from Ash, Misty, Brock, and Team Rocket. They were off on their own, and so like it was heavily focused on them and talking to each other, but they were just saying their names, like they were just saying the Pokemon's names. But I was still hooked. I was watching it. But I remember my dad coming out, and he was just like looking at what I was watching, and he was like half asleep at the time because he worked nights and he was taking us to school this day. And I just remember like he came out and he was like looking at the TV all confused, and he's like, "What in the world are you watching? It's like, are you watching Spanish cartoons? Because they were just saying this Pika 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 Pika, and he's just like so confused, half asleep, looking at this, and like that has forever stuck in my mind. My dad coming out and not understanding what was happening on with Pokemon and asking if they were speaking Spanish. Uh, I thought that was really funny at the time too. I was like, no, they're saying their names. They're animals. They can't talk to the humans. And I was like, well, whatever. And then we had to go to school. But like that was what I started with on Pokemon. And then I got the games. I got my blue version. Loved it. Started getting into the cards. Became a gym leader where for the card game. That was pretty cool. And then silver version came out when I was in the 8th grade. So I got that one. And then, yeah, it was some time later, or was I junior in high school when I might have been a junior in high school when Sapphire came out, and that was the one I got. And that's what the generation this Pokemon's from. So Gen 3. It is a mythical, so it's like Mew. And it is a wish granter. So it's based off of a shooting star. That's why it has the tags on the side of its head, the good luck tags. I don't remember what they're called. It's a Japanese custom. And I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Wishmaker. So Jirachi sleeps for 1,000 years. So it's like a combination of shooting stars and like comets, asteroids. It wakes up at once every 1,000 years, and whoever's there when Jirachi wakes up will have a wish granted. This is one of his favorite Pokemon. I didn't really like Jirachi though. It wasn't one of my favorites from the generation. I like the other mythical that came out, Deoxys, so much more. Deoxys is based off of DNA, like a space virus. That one's a really cool Pokemon. But I've always liked one of its attacks, even though I felt like its attack could have been so much better, called Doom Desire. There we go. I think I got it shaped right. Its head looks better proportioned now. Which means I could start coloring it. So I guess I could like talk more about my favorite. So yeah, that was why Gyarados is my favorite Pokemon. Just little kid me. So I think maybe that was 6th grade. Maybe it was 6th grade with Gen 1, 8th grade with Gen 2, and then yeah, junior when I was for Gen 3. So Generation 1, love the Gyarados line. I have my one of my favorite painted rocks right next to me too. This guy right here. I made this one after I had made this one. So in these rocks, when I found them, it looked like I could see the Great Wave in them. And I ended up doing all these Magikarps in the Great Wave. I love the way this rock came out. It's so silly, but perfect. And then I found the second rock that looked like it had the Great Wave in it. And I was like, well, let's make another one. And I love their look. It's like this is a cold spring night, and this is like a warm spring morning. Maybe this is in the fall. Yeah, those are gotta have my special rocks with my favorite Pokemon. Generation 2 My favorite is Tyranitar. Uh, it is a green, like Godzilla looking Pokemon. It's like a dinosaur. Freaking love Tyranitar. When I first found Larvitar in the games, I was so excited. I need to follow the colors for this one so I don't get lost and accidentally paint the shiny. I want to just do the regular color. Tyranitar is the pseudo legendary of Gen 2, like Dragonite from Gen 1. And I love dinosaurs, so when I saw Tyranitar, I was like, it's a dinosaur! Even though it more closely related to Godzilla in inspiration. Freaking loved that thing. I liked Larvitar so much. I was so disappointed when I first discovered it and I evolved it into Pupitar. So if you don't know them, let's just a quick little image of them. The shiny forms and their regular forms. That's Larvitar, Pupitar, Tyranitar. I was so disappointed when I saw this thing. And then Gen 3, I like Skeptile. It's the grass starter for Gen 3. I actually have a lot of favorites from Gen 3. I have a soft spot for dragons. I love the Bagon, Shelgon, Solomons. I love Flygon. Melodic was like the Gen 3 Gyarados, but um, Gyarados is based off of Rage, and Melodic is based off of Beauty. So it's like a counterpart. Of course, Skeptile, the giant grass lizard. Tropius was another one. It's criminal how weak Tropius is. It's like a Brachiosaurus that grows bananas on its neck and has wings made of palm fronds. It's probably why I love Pokemon so much. They're just like they're ridiculous little monsters. But thinking about them, like they just invoke so much creativity. When I first got into the trading card game, I would sit there and read their Pokédex entries over and over and over. Oh, you know what? I just realized I don't have music on. How very silly of me. There we go. How's it going, Rory? I hope you are having a good day. tricky part. I gotta mentally turn Jirachi in my to figure out like if it's like this. Oops. So you're gonna come down to about right here. Well, I'm definitely gonna get started on Cinderace today. I forgot how simple Jirachi was. I feel like Pikachu's a little bit more complicated in design than Jirachi. You may have missed it, Rory, since you joined in, just so you're not alarmed. If my live just abruptly ends, we have some thunderstorms rolling through, and we had some power issues earlier with it flickering. So it may go out. And if that happens, that means my router goes out and the live will suddenly get dropped. Just so you have a heads up. How's it going, Illustrated? Happy to see you here. Oh, I kind of want to ask you guys a couple questions about some stuff that I got with intent to customize. Because, like, the people watching, you guys are the ones I interact with the most. And I've already asked some artist friends their opinions, and I'm still kind of split. Oh, it's a third eye. And it opens up when it's granting a wish. Let's see if I can find a picture with its eye open. There's one. Yeah, it's just an eyeball, and it opens up when it's ready to grant a wish. A little freaky, but also kind of cool. I am doing good. So, okay, give me a second. I am going to ask you guys, since this is going a little bit quicker than I was expecting, and I can like chat with you guys about it while I'm painting it. Let me go get a couple things because, well, you know what? I guess it doesn't matter if it's a mess. If it's a mess, it's a mess. We're going to be moving. You guys know. So we're starting to get a little pile over here, just like stuff we've gotten from thrifting that we want for the new place, because it's a little bit bigger. So I'm super excited. I found these. These are from like the early 2000s, and they're grape clusters. I don't want to create an avalanche, but it's a string of lights with grape clusters on it. So that archway I was telling you guys about that I want to paint, I want to hang these grape lights around it just to create some ambiance. And then we got some rope lighting, so when I'm live streaming, I can create better lighting. But these are the two things that I got while thrifting yesterday that I'm really torn about, because I got them with the intent to customize. So this is a hanging lamp. That's something that we need in the 2 bedrooms, are hanging lamps. And this entire thing is made of cardboard. I got this for $6. I was like, oh, I can use this in my art space. And I can customize it since it's made of cardboard. Like, that's what I got it for. And it was only $6. So I was like, this is totally worth it, right? So we got that one. And then we got this behemoth. This thing weighs like 30 pounds. It is solid resin. It is a lamp with this really cool base, 2 side candles that take like the little flicker candle lights. And then it's missing the shade. But I was like, oh, we can totally get that. And it's just like the next candle up. And got this for $20. And I was super stoked by them. Like, right? The lady, when she was selling it to me, she's like, oh, you could flip this and you're going to make money. You're robbing me. Like, you're basically robbing it from me. And I was like, okay, sure, whatever. She's like, no, you could flip this and sell this on eBay for like $200 just tomorrow. But I just don't have time. And I was like, I don't really care, lady. I'm getting this because I want it and I want to fix it up. Because there's like, is it on this side? Yeah, there's a broken piece right here. I figure I could get some clay and do that. There's some paint chipping. So I was like, I'm going to fix this up. Like, I have no intent of reselling it. And I thought she was just trying to get me to buy it. Well, I looked it up. It is a 1950s brutalist lamp and a 1970s hanging cardboard lamp. Like, it's actually, they're both pretty expensive. That big brutalist lamp, the one with the candles, is like $250 on eBay. That cardboard lamp is like $318 on eBay. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should customize these now, because apparently they're actually really rare items and very sought over. I still want to fix up the candle lamp, but I'm so torn on it now. I got people in the, like, my other artist friends are like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I totally get it. I wouldn't want to customize that either. And then another one, she was like, I don't really care. Customize it. Like, I don't care if it's a rare item or expensive. If I want to make it fit my aesthetic, I'm going to customize it. So what do you guys think? Oh, hi, Rose. Welcome, welcome. I was just talking about those lights that I sent you pictures of that I got thrifting. The other thing I'm like, I don't know if I want to deal with just yet is like people commenting if they think I ruined something that was a treasure from a thrift store. Now, granted, I can make them both work in my new place uncustomized. The cardboard lampshade will totally fit with the aesthetic of my art area. And that brutalist lamp, I know that's going to sit really nicely next to all my paintings. It's just got the right aesthetic for it. That is that is what one of my other artist friends said. Yeah. Who cares? Just make it your own. How are you doing, Rose? If you don't want to talk, you don't have to. Just I appreciate you being here. It is in good shape. So the one on eBay that's $318 is in worse shape than the one that I got for $6. Yeah, I am still blown away by that. I had no idea what they were. I didn't even bother looking them up when I was in the thrift shop. I just thought they looked cool, purchased them, and I looked them up when I got home after I started disinfecting them. By the way, you guys, just so everybody knows, disinfect your stuff you get from thrift stores. You don't want bed bugs. You don't know the type of living situation these items come from. I know some stores clean the stuff. Disinfect it yourself. Eric and I spent 2.5 hours last night disinfecting everything we bought from the thrift stores. Okay, PSA over. Ooh, I like your giant projects. I was actually when I after watching your video on yesterday with your dogs, I was looking at the painting you made me and I was just telling myself, I was like, I really love when Rose does these paintings. I know like making paintings you put a lot into take a lot of time, but like I could see the same kind of love and intent in the painting you made for your dogs that you put in the painting made for me. It made me just stand back and admire my artwork of yours. So if you do look them up on eBay, the brutalist one, the one that is selling on eBay, is in about the same condition. It's got paint chips. There's actual like chips on the body of the lamp, and it's missing its lampshade. Um, so like I think like that is comparable in price, about like $200, probably what I could get for it. And that was in the sold on eBay. I did find somebody else using a lampshade for it, but I don't think it's the original. If I customize it though, I could also customize just the lampshade for it, because I was thinking it'd be kind of cool if I painted the lampshade to look like the metal bits on the lamp. I stand back and admire yours and Dai's artwork on my wall so often. I put them in such a good place. I have to walk by them every single day. And they're right next to our couch. I'm gonna have to find just as good a spot in the new place for them. And if for those that aren't aware, if you happen to miss that video, this is what I'm talking about. Rose made that for me, and I love it. Oh, by the way, Rose, we named him Filbert. I hope that's okay with you. But like you can see it here, he stares at you. And so like I always stare back at him, and I ended up naming him Filbert. And then this is the one that Dai made for me. The little bumblebees represent Eric and I. So male bumblebees will flowers to sleep in at night, and they don't sleep in the hive. Only the female bees sleep in the hive. Not every species, but a lot of species. And Di thought that was really cute, and so she ended up making this for me. And it's Eric and I sleeping in flowers together. I love these so much. Some of my favorite artwork. And here's the Baxter. Oh, look at the big old yawn. Look at that big old yawn. You're such a good boy. Oh, yes, you are. And he's jealous now. Anytime Baxter gets attention, he gets jealous. Anytime Onyx gets attention, Baxter gets jealous. I'm glad you approve of Filbert. Yeah. And it's because, like, he stares back. The skeleton doesn't have pupils, so I don't feel like it stares back at me, but Filbert stares back when I'm looking at the painting. And Filbert just felt right. Yeah, so yesterday watching Rose paint her dogs, it just like I could see all of the intent being put into that painting, all your love, thinking about every brushstroke, trying to capture their little personalities and their poses. I need your little dilly bop right here to be a little bit wider at the end. Same here, a little bit wider. There we go. Oh, I just realized your little tiny fingers are going to be so hard to paint. I'm going to have to define them though. Um, did somebody get into our backyard? We've had a problem recently. Somebody jumping into our backyard, and I think somebody just might have jumped in the backyard. Okay. I think it might have just been the wind. I'm paranoid about it now. Welcome, Blue. Sorry, I thought somebody had just jumped into our backyard. We've had an issue with it recently of somebody coming into our backyard. I think it's just a kid cutting through the backyards, but still rather not have a person coming into our backyard. A person. I've seen somebody jumping from my neighbor's backyard into the others, and it looked like a teenager, maybe 14 years old. And every once in a while, like something happens back there, but like they're out of the backyard so quick. So now when I hear the noises back there, it makes me paranoid that like they might be in our backyard again. Okay, your white undertone is very, very cool. Main thing I'm worried about though is just because like I don't know people's intentions. I don't know what they want to do in the backyard. And I have two dogs. Like I don't want something being left back there that could hurt them. Are you leaving, Rose? I don't know what your hands are for. Or are you washing your hands of it? Or are you saying that you would check too? Give me your best spirit fingers. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Oh my gosh. My friends and I were obsessed with that. What had jazz hands? Jazz hands. I don't know, it was like a big thing when I was in high school and we would all do it to each other. Spirit fingers. I was also in marching band, so like we used to poke fun at color guard, the flag twirlers. Oh, that's right. Yep, yep, that's what it was. Bring It On and Will and Grace. Yeah, Bring It On came out when I was in high school. I do too. I find when I concentrate on this though, it helps. I don't know if you could see it, but my hands are not stable. They shake. That's also why I do a big no. I rest my hand directly onto the canvas. It helps me get control even though you're not supposed to do that. But I feel like the focus of it just like kind of helps me not think about it so much so that I have better control. Cass, how's it going? For those that are new and haven't seen, Cass is the one that is receiving this painting. It's her nephew Kenny, who I'll be placing in here soon. Yep, after Jirachi, I'll be getting Cinderace put in. And then it'll be Kenny's turn. Oh, nice. I hope you're having a good vacation. Is it a vacation or is it more of a staycation? Oh, that's one color. I need white. I'm gonna blend this back out. But anyways, blue cobalt or Steph. um, I'm pretty sure you could come up with a way to paint that would help you. If you wanted to do like tiny details. I find like really tiny little brush strokes, like most of this has been done like with this, or the multiple passes. I go over it multiple times because I'll have shaky lines. I find little ways to kind of help combat the shakiness in my hand. I know it's not like super bad currently. It's more of just a mild frustration, but just things I've been kind of trying to work on. So as I get older, I know it's going to get worse. Ooh. Oh my goodness, that is a mess. I am sorry. Oh, I totally missed your comment. Galveston at the beach. Oh, nice. Oh, when I went to Florida, I had to go there for a work trip, and I only got 2 days off to go to Disney World. And both of the days off, it was just pouring rain at Disney World. Can't really help when that happens, but I hope you're having good weather. Yeah, that kind of sucks when that happens. I will say though, since I was by myself, the park was pretty empty, and I got to go on so many rides without needing to wait a long time. I'm gonna have to fix that leg. Uh, See, I would say like acrylics are more non-toxic than oils. That's why I had a bird, and I would not oil paint near her because they're more sensitive to smells and things like that. And then of course the dogs. And so that was why like I did do oil painting for a while, but I always had to go to other places to really get the oil painting done and stay away from my pets, which I didn't like. And I find I can do acrylic painting near them, and if they do end up getting it on them, I can remove it more safely than I can like oil paints. But if your cat likes to get on the stuff, like it is still like there are still toxic colors, and of course it's acrylic, so like that's not good to ingest or get it on you either. It's not as bad to get it on you, but it's not good to ingest it. I guess it also depends on the type of acrylic you get. Yeah, I expect him to be. I expect him to be okay with it. It's not great, but it's not gonna, unless it's a lot, like just a little bit, isn't gonna really hurt them too bad. And once it's really dried, like it's gonna be a little bit harder to ingest. But again, like acrylic paint is it's mainly plastic. Like at the end of the day, that's what it is. And there's microplastics in everything. So like we're gonna end up ingesting bits of it regardless. But you do want to avoid it at all if at all possible. I will say though, like the good thing is like let's say marble gets on a painting. Like right now, if my dog's like Onyx, he'll throw his toy around the house, and sometimes he'll throw on the painting. Everything dries so quickly that I don't have to worry about it getting on his toys and stuff if he does throw them. Like even right here, and I was just painting that, very little of it's still wet. Ooh. That was on a trip destination for me at one point, going to the Gulf of Mexico. I do still want to go, especially for the food. I'm a big foodie, and so places that are known for great food, like they're they're on destination wish lists for me. The only thing that sucks is I have to be cognizant of how do they treat LGBT people because I need to make sure I'm going to a place that I would be safe. That's why I'll never go to Egypt, unfortunately. Because that place was on my bucket list. I wanted to go. Yeah, the storm turns up all the water and kicks up all the sediment. I kind of like there was one place in California when I think it was just north of Monterey Bay. There was a storm off the coast and it was kind of cool because like you could see the line of where the sediment was in the water from the storm kicking up all of the debris. And I was really fascinated by that. I get fascinated by things. Yeah, it's for good food. I haven't even been to the East Coast. Florida is the closest I've been, and I don't really consider Florida East Coast. I consider that more south. Oh, I'm sure Illustrated, I have a feeling like you and I have similar wavelengths when it comes to food. So like in one of my upcoming videos, I made from scratch biscuits and gravy for dinner last week, and I just happened to record it because I was thinking about it as I was making it. I'm like, I've been asked about biscuits and gravy before by some of my British friends. Maybe I should record this just in the off chance that I want to add it to a video. I think I might actually add it to a video in the future. But like, oh, I love like that home style filling comfort food so much. Yeah, I make my country gravy. I don't use a lot of milk. I mainly use sour cream, and I make sour cream biscuits to go with it. So like that's what it is in the recipe. A little bit of sour cream and cream cheese in the biscuit batter. It makes them like perfect for dinner. And if you are from the UK watching this, like it's American biscuits, not the cookies. But that was the whole reason why I recorded it, was just like thinking about it, like, oh, maybe I should do this. I really think I'm going to now. Like I have all the footage, why not? And Eric said it's one of the meals that made him marry me. He loves my biscuits and gravy, which is a good trade-off because I love his tacos. And his homemade salsa. Eric makes such good green salsa. No, it's so much more. It's so much more than just fat and flour. It's got spice. Well, good country gravy's got spice and flavor, and it's creamy, and it's the perfect vessel for sausage. Does he understand sausage and or biscuits and gravy now, and why they're so magical? I just can't make them every day. Like I seriously would make them every single day. They're so easy to make, and it's such a good meal. But like I would put on so much weight. That's why Eric and I have to take turns cooking. If I do all the cooking, we're both going to be large because all of my cooking is like very comfort food. I feel like this arm is not quite. It's gonna need to come down. That's what's throwing it off. Oh, I didn't realize what I did when I did it, but like if I mess up with the white because I got all these stars in the background, like it's gonna hide it quite well. Now I can just say it's a star. I'm gonna have to fix that up. Jirachi's hand's gonna be mostly hidden by his little dilly bop right there. His little dangly bits. That's so sweet. I used to do stuff for my teachers until I got a high school teacher that ruined it. My freshman year in high school, I used to do stuff for my teachers all the time. The only thing I know how to fold in origami is like this little blow up box, and I would put stuff in it and I'd give it to my teachers. Like I would buy Christmas ornaments, like little Christmas ornaments, candies, and other things. And I used to give like things like that to my teachers until my freshman year in high school, and I gave one. Was it my English teacher? No, my math teacher. Until I gave one to my math teacher, and he was such an angry old man. But I gave it to him, like, because I got something for all my teachers, and he's just like, you're in high school. You should have grown out of this by now and learned that most of the time when you give this stuff to your teachers, they just throw it away. Stop wasting your money. And after that, I stopped. I didn't just didn't really think about it, but that guy got to me apparently. So I hope your daughter's teacher appreciates it. Some people are just Scrooges. But I feel like the teachers for little ones tend to be a lot more understanding. Ooh, that's so cool. Yeah, I did learn like especially in Vegas, the high school a lot of the high school teachers just didn't really seem to care. Elementary and middle school, I tend to got teachers who like still loved their job and cared about their students. But once I got into high school, it just seemed like I got a bunch of teachers who some of them did. I shouldn't say all of them. Some of them did care about their jobs, but there were definitely some that just seemed completely over it. Like And you should just retire. I can't wait to see what you create with that, Rose. That is such a cool gift. Especially because you'll get so much use out of that. Especially if you love them. I'm glad to see that there are teachers that do appreciate them, because some people just like to ruin the magic in life for no reason. Oh, Jirachi, you are looking very plump. I think I made you a little too plump there. This is he's just eating before he goes to sleep again for another 1,000 years. Yeah, I haven't seen them anywhere here in town. I've seen people use them on TikTok, but I have not seen them here in town. That was really nice of them to get that for you. Okay, your arms definitely need to be bigger. That's probably what's making you look more plump. Your arm should actually be like up here. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm subscribed to so many art channels on TikTok, I am always getting like pushed to the lives. And almost every time I see somebody live, they're using the grabby. Either it's either the acrylic markers or the alcohol ones. But like, yeah, they're super big on the live coloring channels right now. I don't even like markers, but they're on my radar, and I'm kind of like, do I want a chance getting them? Even though I don't really like coloring with markers. As they say that with markers on my area. Oh, I'm sorry I missed that, Blue. Yeah, or Steph. I agree. Teaching is really hard right now. So seeing parents like Illustrated still like caring about their teachers and just wanting to do something nice is helpful. Ooh, I didn't know they had scrapbook stuff. Okay, yes, his arms needed to be bigger. But that means his head needs to be bigger too. That did help. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, I could do another especially because like I have Paula's books right here, and I'm almost finished with wait, I'm working on a current project with Paula's coloring book, her newest one. I was already thinking about, okay, what's next? What am I gonna do next? Yeah, I can do another coloring with paper. It might not be able to come out though until after I move, if that's okay. All right, so now let's map this out. Your arm is here. It's going to come across your body and it's going to come right here. It's also going to have that backlighting. So the underarm right here is what's going to have a little bit more whiteness to it. Yeah, I am going to need to make your head bigger. But it looks more proportioned now, so that's okay. I'd rather have to make it bigger than need to try to make it smaller. Oh, no, 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 no. So, I've gotten very used to doing slow moves, like having a 2 week period and working on one room a day as we kind of go along and set up as we go along. So when we moved from our last place to this place, Eric was mainly working in the day, so I was home, and I moved into this place basically by myself until like the last day we had my brother-in-law help Eric and I get some of the really big furniture in. So like yeah, we have a couple weeks from the 15th to the 31st where we can move, and I'll be doing most of it, and I'm just going to be taking bits and pieces. So all my art stuff I will be taking, it will be me driving. It's all together already as is, and I'll just be taking it from here, setting it up in the car so it's nice and safe, getting it to the new place, unloading, setting it up there, and then coming back. I did that in our last move, and we in the move before that, like that was Reno was the first time I'd ever been able to do a slow move. Like everywhere else, we had days that we needed to get moved, so it was just a bunch of packing, living with all these boxes until we can move. And if I can help it, I will never go back. Slow moves are the way to go. So yeah, all of the stuff will be very safe. Yes, a 2 week overlap is really the only way to go. I don't know what younger me was. Well, I know what younger me was thinking. Younger me just didn't have the money, and it was literally like uh trying to haggle when we were moving. Like, can we have like 2 days, like wherever we were moving? Like, can we get the key on the 30th or the 31st of the month, and then to the other place, can we turn in the key on by end of day on the first? So I literally had a 2 day overlap, and it was just the entire day of just packing and moving and throwing boxes and just getting them into rooms and trying to get everything out of the old place as quickly as possible, and then trying to clean. Yeah, I'm too old for that now. Young David was crazy. I don't know what he was thinking. I'm a little sad though. We have to. Eric and I are doing a quick cleaning of other stuff like dusting and just trying to where it all stands right now. Do a preliminary normal house clean before we like pack and like deep clean stuff like just getting dust and everything off. But I'm also gonna be like doing a quick video tour, just like recording what it looks like here. I'm gonna try my best to record like the moving process, but we'll see how that goes. Sometimes I just get lost in just trying to get it done that I don't even remember to record. It happened at the last move. I wasn't posting on YouTube yet, but I was recording it. Because I was posting shorts on like Instagram and stuff. Then I never posted those videos. I feel like your leg needs to be a little bit wider too. And then your eye will be right here. You know what? I think I want his head a little bit tilted. I said it in the beginning of my stream. I'm going to say it again. When mapping out and blocking stuff out, it's always best to go small. Start small and then go big. Because then if you make a mistake where because it's too small, it's so much easier to fix. Okay, so Cinderace is going to be right here, basically. Kenny's going to be down here, so maybe if I... If your head come out to here... That's almost like the same length of your face. Which means you need to be about right here. Oh, you know what I just realized I didn't do? I have to do it now so it looks right and even. I didn't do this in white. So the space part's going to be shining through underneath a little bit. I'm going to have to do multiple layers. And then you're going to be about right here. Yep. Let's see. Kind of follows your face shape a little bit. Your face ends here, it's going to go here. Your face is going to end over here. It's going to be about right there. How's it going, Rebecca? I started about an hour and a half ago. An hour and 20 minutes ago, which was 2 p.m. for me. It's now 3:22. It looks like we have the storm coming back. So just a reminder for those that are new and joining. We had some power outage like thing. It wasn't like a permanent outage. It kind of like flickered. Power went out for a couple seconds and then it came back on. So if my live stream just drops, that is why. We have a thunderstorm rolling through. You know, if I didn't paint almost on a daily basis, and on the days I don't paint, I draw. But if I didn't paint basically on a daily basis, I would be doing the daily doodle diary as well. I think that's such a good idea because Chantel's absolutely right. Like every day doing something, just something little to help you doodle will improve your art so much. Oh, I'm gonna need to fix your little. Oh, right here. Oh yeah, of course. I am a sucker for space paintings though, so like I love space. If you can't tell, I love space. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just realize something about this? I hadn't. Don't paint on the phone, David. Goodness gracious. I just noticed this curves with it. I'm glad I could share some inspiration with you. How cool. I... Bum, 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 bum. Okay, that was somebody in my backyard. Be right back. I'm back. It was one of my neighbors. Not actually in my backyard. They're fixing their side of the fence. So it was like we have one fence separating the two backyards. So yeah, it was in my backyard, but not somebody coming into my backyard. It's one of the reasons I started my emotional state paintings. Feeling lost and lonely, not understanding myself. And I don't like writing in journals. So I felt like it was a way that I could like almost do a journal without it being a journal. Because I can write, I'm just not the biggest fan of writing. But art like is my expressive language. So I feel like I could get out my emotions and figure them out through artwork. It's probably what I heard earlier, sidetrack, but it was my neighbor repairing their fence. Space is such a great representation though for like you're getting lost in your feelings, not knowing like where you're going, the direction you're going. Art will help with that. Most definitely. Oh, you think just because you went outside, you're gonna get a treat, huh? Did you go potty? Did you go potty? Yeah, and you want your treat? Can I finish this? Let me finish this part right here. Can you wait? Can you be a good boy? Oh. No, you can't wait. You can't wait. Okay. I gotta give them their treat. They went potty outside. Give me a second. All right. No more. How did the brighter colors make you feel? To make you feel like it helped the piece with what you're painting with the way you were feeling? I find when I gravitate towards brighter colors while I'm painting my emotional state paintings, that I've become more accepting of them. Oh, ooh, I'm feeling kind of honored. You do not need to apologize. I know life is crazy right now for a lot of people. You do not need to apologize for working on stuff in your real life, but you used one of my characters? Oh, that's so cool. I'm very flattered. You know that was gross, right? No dying. You're not allowed to die. Stop dying. I'm just gonna ask the next time you just don't come over here to cough on my leg. That was gross. Are you gonna get up there? There we go. Goodness. He's gotta prep himself, gear up. Yep, big leap. I know I'm gonna love it. I've already flattered that some of my artwork inspired you. You haven't released any new videos recently, have you? I still haven't even commented on your last podcast. I watched it. I think I've watched it twice now. I put it on and doing chores and then completely spaced to comment on it afterwards. Especially recently, I've been doing that to a lot of my friends. Like, I've watched their videos, I just haven't been commenting because I'm like doing stuff while I'm watching the videos. So almost like a little reminder to yourself that it's okay to have these feelings, but you also have a reminder that you're not completely alone. That was kind of cool how like those colors would manifest in your painting after your puppy sat in your lap. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of time getting deep into it. I've done that with paintings though. I did that with my Dexter painting. I would get sucked into it and like I would start at 8 o'clock in the morning and then I would all of a sudden need to use the restroom and I'd look at what time it is and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I would get right back to it. Like I was putting hours into that painting. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited for your next video. Just make sure you like give yourself some grace. Take a break if you need to before posting. You don't need to burn yourself out. So there's a lot of time to put into some paintings. I love the way that your galaxy came out, Rebecca. I think the colors are perfect. All the stars, I could tell you placed every star with intent. Like I could almost see the zone you got into just placing the stars. Orion's belt immediately stood out to me. And then like after you pointed it out in your comment, I realized you had all the constellations. Well, the ones that you could see from our hemisphere in the night sky, and it was just kind of very easy to get lost in all those stars you placed. um, I don't think it's annoying. It makes a little bit more sense now why like I'll see comments in batches from you. I appreciate that, Steph. I know other creators would appreciate it too. Yeah, Pikachu, I love the way he came out. Very happy, very natural looking for the painting. Jirachi's coming along quite well. Now that I got his head better angled, get his little dilly bop hanging down right here. And then right here, because now it's better proportioned. His head was a little too small compared to the body. I think I've only ever done one painting where I tried to mimic the actual night sky, like with real constellations and stars. Um, I liked the way it came out. Gosh, that would have been like 2012. Oh, a while ago. I liked the way it came out. I did not like how because I had to keep looking at the reference for the star placement that it kept taking me out of my zone. So I stopped doing it after that, but I might need to do it again because like I do like the stars in yours. I feel like mine have patterns in them. So like right here, you could tell I was my hand was right here and you could tell I was just going do 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 because there's like a pattern to it. Yours looks very natural in the night sky, like just better randomization and flow. I just might need to start doing that because I noticed that immediately with your stars. I was like, oh, they I feel like they look more natural than my stars. It could just be me nitpicking my own stuff more than I nitpick others, but I at least noticed that. I did notice that you put in a lot of dedication into your star placement, and I was quite impressed with that. And it makes me even a little more like flattered that I helped inspire you to bring the stars out like that. You're gonna have to go there. You're gonna have to start doing what I think I went too far in the conversation, and now I've lost what you're referring to. As soon as you say it, it's gonna come right back into my mind. I will say though, it definitely looked made it worth it. You made a very special piece. You did a good job. I'm proud of you for it. I'll have to relook at it. I don't think I noticed that. I honestly, I had fun just getting lost in it though and trying to find the constellations, especially after your comment. I stared at it for probably another 15, 20 minutes. Just like looking at the different constellations. And then I had to take my dogs on a walk. So I forgot to respond, comment back. Maybe at the new place, I'll have to take or like do a live when I take the dogs out for a walk. Especially because like I'm really close to the Truckee River. This is the closest I've ever been to the Truckee River. We're up on a hill though, so we don't have to worry about it flooding. But it's within walking distance, and I think it'd be really cool. Like maybe one day take a do a live where I just go on a walk with the dogs, chat with you all. Yeah, and at least like no, I get to at least still tell you that I really do like your painting. You did such a good job with it. And I probably at total put like an hour or so just looking at your piece and admiring it. Right, like seeing all the little work you put into it. Oh no. Oh, my lovebird Solo. I miss her dearly. She was 22 though, so she had a long life. But I miss her. I was doing a painting, like this was years ago. I was painting a portrait of my cousin. She had just at the time, she had just passed away. So I was doing a painting of her, and I left my painting out to dry, not even thinking about it. And Solo was free ranged, or free had free reign of the house. I don't like keeping birds in cages. They like to fly. So we had actually set up our downstairs for her. So like she could go where she wanted to. She would be safe. She couldn't get into anything that would hurt her. And just enjoy it. Like we had a special perch set up in our window so she could watch the people outside and watch the other birds and animals, and she would talk to them. But I had my painting out, and I don't even remember what I was doing. I just know that I left the painting, and I was thinking like, oh, I needed like 10 minutes to dry. So I had left. I probably took the dogs out. But when I came back, I all of a sudden heard her little cheep cheep cheep, and she went back into her cage, and I was like, what did you get into? And so like I go over and look, and there were little her like she had gotten into the paint while it was still wet, and she had left her little footprints all across my cousin's face. At the time I'm not gonna lie, I was mad, but I was just like, you're lucky you're so freaking cute. I can't believe you just did that because I had spent like 2 hours perfecting her face. Oh, I miss Solo. She was ornery. Called her my little terrorist. I like admiring people's artwork. Like just trying to figure out their thought process. What were they focused on? Is there a clue to like what was on their mind? What was their intent with this? That's how I really like. That's how I noticed you like had put in so much intent with the stars, and you had so many that like looking at each dot, you took the time to place each dot of that star there. I was gonna take the time to look and make sure I see every single dot you placed in that night sky. Like that was why you put it there. You wanted it there to be admired, and so I wanted to make sure every little star had its little recognition. Yeah, I got it fixed up, but like I learned my lesson there, making sure like my paintings I could put up in my room when they needed to dry because I could shut the door. Solo was on me. I still need to do my memorial painting for her. It's like Dexter though. Dexter, it took me months and just to get over losing him to a point where I could start his painting. I still have Rascals and Solos I need to do. That is super cute. I would have been frozen trying my best to get a like a picture of it just so I could show others like look at this, look at this, look at this. That is such an adorable pose. I would probably want to sketch that if that happened to me. Like some way to like just remember that moment. I can't wait to do the solo painting though. I think in the new place, I think I'll be in like a better mental state. Like not that I hate this place, but we're having some more issues with our current landlord. So I just think like in the new place, I'm gonna be back under um, a landlord I'm familiar with. I know her personally. I have known her for 10 years. Like we have a history together. We've built up rapport. I know what to expect from her. I think I'll be in a better mental state there and I could get those paintings done. Share some of my favorite videos of Solo. Sorry, I had to remove my phone. I saw that there was a message about a commission and I needed to. I haven't established boundaries yet with the commission, so I just can't release details or make anything accidentally slip. Yeah, 2-year lease. I'm excited. Not have to worry about price increases for the next 2 years. Also, this landlord is super fair, understanding. Like, double check with her if we have to make repairs ourselves. It's all deducted from our rent, so like we can upgrade and upkeep on this condo like it's our own, and all of that stuff that we do to the condo is taken out of our rent. So like let's say we spend we of course with approval, but like let's say something happens with the cabinets and we're like, well, you know what, we're just going to replace the cabinetware ourselves, and Eric and I take the time to replace the cabinets in the kitchen. The cost of those cabinets is deducted from our rent, which is really nice that like we can put forth like invest into this condo and it will be deducted from our rent, and then the owner of the condo like they're happy with it after we move out, so I feel like it's a mutual understanding. Yeah, I know it's really hard to find places like that. And I can paint the walls. I'm so excited. Gonna I know I'm gonna do the brickwork in the archway. That is for sure. But I was also thinking like maybe in the main bedroom, uh, painting the ceiling light blue. So it looks like the sky. Or maybe even doing a space painting. Okay, you would be about right here. I know it's gonna cover your hand, but whatever. I don't really have a choice. Yeah, there we go. And then you're gonna be about like right here. That looks so much better. That looks more like Jirachi. The head was just a little bit wonky. And now I think I'm gonna erase something. Now I see it in a different pose, but I feel like this new pose I'm seeing it in works out even better. Gonna have to make some, do some erasure. What do you mean? What do you mean my paintings don't have an ugly stage? The video I'm like finishing editing, which I'm 70% through, um the painting in that one has an ugly stage. I notice it in the I actually make a joke out of noticing it too, but I notice it in my voiceover while I was rewatching it and recording it. I realized that that painting had an ugly face. Yeah, that's gonna help its face a little bit more. Trust the process. Trust the process. Ugly faces are normal. Also, you didn't see when I was just working on these clouds. That was before I started doing the lives. When I was doing these clouds. Oh my goodness, there was a really ugly phase there that lasted weeks. And it was throwing me off. I was getting so discouraged with this painting because of that. Yep, I'm gonna like repose it. I feel like his arm needs to be down here. And it would look a little bit more natural. Luckily, it's just a little tiny spot. So I can kind of like touch it up and recreate the behind him. And now just kind of blend this out. That might be a little too much. There we go. There we go. Now it's as good as new. Now it's like I never even painted over it. And just place some stars back. Good as new. And now I think I want Jirachi's arm to come down. Okay, first I need to fix his head. so much reworking. I use the Royal and Langnickel. This is the Zen series, and this is a 10 over 0. So yeah, they're really fine brushes. I typically find them where the like alcohol paints are at for painting miniatures. But I do know, like, let's see, I'm not exactly sure of like all the stores that carry them. I got these ones from Michael's, but Royal and Langnickel, I know Langnickel is uh is out in the UK, and I think they're in other parts of Europe as well. And I know they're up in Canada. I actually have them listed. I don't know if you can use oh, where are they at? Oh, if you look underneath um my video where you like can like it, save, there's a little shop button. If you hit the shop, I actually listed in there the Winsor and Newton paints. Like if you wanted to get started with them, I tried to find more affordable like sets. And then there's the Royal and Langnickel Zen 73 series that includes the brush that I'm currently using, as well as the bigger brushes I use for when I'm doing like the background, when I'm doing a wash. So I have those all listed. So like maybe you could screenshot them or save them and look for a store that might carry them in your area. Yeah, I want to try to keep everything listed that I use because I don't want to gatekeep anything, even accidentally. I don't want to gatekeep. Of course. And if you ever have any questions about what I'm using or anything like that, I will do my best. I know some of my art supplies don't exist anymore because they're old, but I will do my best. Once that feature became available to me, I've been like that's one of my it's on my checklist now. Like before I post videos to double check like I've done that, so it makes it easy to find what anybody may need. Oh, that repair came out really good. Is it dry yet? No, it's still a little tacky. Yes, the really thin brushes do help. Even if you don't find the Royal Langnickel, um, the Zero series brushes, like this is pretty universal. Like this is a completely different brand, but the Zero brushes, they're really thin. Those are the sizes that you want to look for. And so, like, here are some more. These ones are also super thin. and 20 over 0, 20 over 0. So I get multiples of them. So even if I can't find the Royal and Langnickel, I can look for that size from other companies. Bum, 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 bum. What is this? Cascarafa? What's that? This is from the new Pokemon game. Oh, what city is this? It is Cascarafa. Okay. Anybody who watches or plays Pokemon excited for the Gen 10 games? Winds and Waves. Going into art stores is very dangerous when you are an artist. When Eric and I were thrifting yesterday, one of the thrift shops we went to was right next door to Nevada Fine Arts, which is a local art store, and I wanted to go in so bad, but Eric's like, "We don't have money for it. I don't have the money for you to go into an art store at the moment. Please wait." We were going to the thrift shops with purpose. We needed to find lighting, um, and certain decor pieces that we were wanting. And so, like, he had budgeted money for that, and he was just like, "Please wait. Let me budget." Because I'm not good at budgeting. He's in charge of it. Although I was looking for art supplies while I was at the thrift stores. Sadly, I didn't find any like good art supplies. Oh no, I take that back. I did find um the rhinestones for diamond painting. I found a bag of them. And so I have a bag of rhinestones now. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them, but I have them and I know I could do something. Oh, there's something magical about these early roots. I will give Pokemon that. I love the music from it. All the remixes, even the originals. Masuda is the composer for Pokemon music, and he's just phenomenal. Also, he knows I exist. He has seen my artwork and he liked it, and I have that screenshotted in one of my phones because I fangirled a lot when he saw one of my Pokemon paintings and he liked it. I about died. Like, the creator of Pokemon knows I exist. He has seen one of my paintings. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna use the rhinestones for any diamond painting. One, like I would have to make it up as I go because I don't have like it's just the rhinestones. I don't have the canvas or anything like that. But I figure I could use the rhinestones to like maybe color one of Paula's coloring pages. And I was just like, I could try it. So just to see if I like see how that goes. Or maybe even a different art project. Yeah, and that way, like, if I don't like it, then it's just in the coloring book. But I've seen friends do some of those diamond paintings, and I like the look of some of them. They could also just photograph a whole lot better than they look in person. That is absolutely a possibility as well. I like this a little bit better. Is that upside down smiley face because they photograph better than they look in person? There's no need to apologize, Cass. It's funny because you being down there got us on the topic of like why I want to go visit there because food. There's so much good food down there. So I completely understand. You do not need to apologize for that. Oh. Okay. I'm going to be there soon. Look at this. Look at all of these rhinestones. The purple caught me. Like I could not pass up the purple. But look at all these rhinestones. And it's only $8. I was like, I can't pass that up. So I did get some craft. Everything's sealed and together. I'm super excited to try this. There's a lot of colors in here. I did notice green is missing. So I will have to try to make something without greens. Oh, we talked about it storming out there and how it makes the water really dirty too. Yeah. At least you get to be there like before it starts storming. Don't lose your mind, Rose. No artwork is worth losing your mind over. Oh, how much longer are you going to be there? Are you going to be there for the storm? That is the only thing that scares me about the beach, Cass. I like stumbling across a jellyfish. I know man of wars aren't jellyfish, but like that is one of my biggest concerns. I don't want to be poisoned by something. It's never stopped me, but it's always there in the back of my mind. Yeah, I like his arm like that because now it looks like Jirachi's waving. I kind of like that, and kind of looks like Pikachu's looking right up at Jirachi. That's kind of cute. And if I put the football right here, it could be like Jirachi is following the football. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. Yeah. I have luckily not been stung by him, but I have been with a friend who stepped on a jellyfish and it was dead. And like, I just remember like the veining on his foot. We had to go to the hospital, and the doctor thanked us for not peeing on his foot. So that's a myth. You do not pee on jellyfish stings. At least that's what the doctor told us. But he did thank us, like, thank you for not peeing on his foot. It wasn't going to do anything if you did. Oh, nice. I can't wait to get Kenny added into this. We're moving this month. I know we're moving again, but we've had some issues here with this place. But I'm hoping like get this done before we move, which is in 2 weeks. So like I may get a little delayed in sending it out to you, but it, I'm hoping to have this out soon. I want to get this done before we move. I've been working on this painting the entire time I've been living here. I need to get this done. I can't bring it to the next place unfinished. I told myself that last night when I was like doing some touch-ups with this. I was like, I cannot take this to the new place unfinished. This has to get finished before I move. Yeah, it's like in movies and everything that like if you're somebody gets stung by a jellyfish, you're supposed to pee on the sting. And I guess like it happens enough because we were in California and we went to the hospital, and I guess it happens enough there where like people have brought others who got stung by jellyfish after being peed on. And then of course like the doctors have to clean up the person now because they're covered in pee pee. Old sailors tell. Of course. I'm just working on a little shadowing. Um, get the brush out of my mouth. I'm working on the shadowing right now. And then there's Pikachu. I feel like I need to touch up his back just a little bit more. It's not lining up right about right there. But Pikachu and Jirachi. I can go a little bit closer too. I don't know why I'm so far out. You just got to make sure there's not too much water or paint on the brush. Otherwise, it creates weird little like blobs that I don't want. Oh, nice. I just cannot wait for you to get this in person. It's like the main reason why I've been telling myself, David, get this done. David, get this done. Get this done, David. You gotta focus. You gotta get this done. You cannot take this painting to the new place. You gotta get it done. I want you to be able to look at it in person and up close and enjoy it. And I am going to be sending you a super high quality um, digital copy of this. So if you want to get prints of it made, you can get them made and not need to worry about getting professional photos of it. You'll have both. You'll have this one and the digital copy. And if you need me to, um, because I know some places are really like iffy about printing out artwork, I can also include a letter giving you rights to print this out. I will watch it. Just give me a heads up when it comes in the mail so I know to look for it. I will definitely check that out. And I'll share it. I'll let my YouTube. Maybe I could do like a thing on YouTube where I can be live watching your live and send everybody your way. And I feel like I'm getting this shadowing the way that I want. There's not going to be a lot more that I can do to it. I can start on Jirachi's face. Oh, I need to fix that. I know a lot of people will be excited to see that. There's been a lot of people joining like my lives and watching this painting through the different process, like different parts of its creation and its process. I think it would be kind of cool for others to go check out your Instagram page, see your reaction to you opening it in person. And then I need to get started on my next art trade after this. Oh my goodness, where is Sand from? I gave you guys a clue. I've set up an art trade with an artist that I like. She works in oil pastels. She's in the Caribbean, and I found out like I have to be super careful about the size of my package because the island itself has size restrictions on packaging. Like, if something's too big, they're just going to reject it. You're not allowed to bring like super big items onto the island. But it's going to be another art trade, and I'm super excited for it. Yeah. Cass has sent pictures in one of the groups I was with. She what was it, the Pokemon Easter egg hunt that you did? Like, just a little bit of videos that I saw with you and your family, like, I could absolutely feel all the love you guys have for each other. They're like almost like that stereotypical movie Midwest family with the big old heart and taking care of everybody and making sure everybody's having fun. Like, that's the impression I get from Cass's family whenever I see her family videos. Yeah, he will. It is a perfect way to remember him. Ooh, send me some information and I will definitely add that to one of my videos for you. Because there are a lot of people in my community that like to read. Yeah, that's why I said the big stereotypical Midwest family, lots of love. You guys were always doing stuff thinking about the kids and how you can make everything more magical for them. Every experience, every holiday, birthday, everything. You guys are always doing something just to like make it a core memory for them. It's because you guys are a good family. And I know he's still with you guys. Just watching and traveling with you guys. There we go. I was debating if I wanted to do his eye open or not, but I think Jirachi's eye closed is the best way to go. Okay, now I gotta figure out eye placement. Here, here. Here. Gosh, Jirachi, your features are so delicate. Starting their Pokemon journeys. Oh, I made your mouth way too big, Jirachi. boop, boop, boop. I'm glad that you guys gave that for his brother too. I know it was hard on his brothers. That probably helped him feel a little bit closer to him, having a similar birthday party. Okay, let's try this again. I'm just gonna start over. Oh no, there was too much blue in that. There was way too much blue in that. What are you getting antsy for? You still got some time. Speaking of which, just the heads up for everybody. I got about 30 more minutes. And then I need to start cooking dinner. And I will be live again on Wednesday, which is about 48 hours from now. I don't know if you guys are in Australia, India, maybe Japan. I have some people from Japan and the Philippines that watch me, so I don't know if you guys are watching, but about 48 hours from now, I'll be live again. A little bit less than 48 hours because I'll be starting at 2 p.m. my time. On Wednesday. And that will get me started on Cinderace. We're going to be putting Cinderace about right here. And then Kenny is going to be about right. Oh, wait, I got to zoom out for this. So Cinderace is going to be about right here. 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, yep. Okay, so this is Cinderace. No, that's Cinderace. That was his favorite Pokemon. I know Cinderace plays soccer, but we're going to have Cinderace playing football because it was Kenny's favorite sport. So we're going to put Cinderace about right here, kick into football, and I'll probably have the football around here so it looks like Jirachi's following it. And Kenny's going to be right here catching it. So about in this spot right here. So that's the idea for this. That's where I'm seeing them all. So Wednesday we'll definitely be working on Cinderace. I have not figured out what I'm making for dinner yet. I'm kind of feeling mashed potatoes. So I might do like I pulled out some ground beef, so I might like do just some beef patties seasoned in a gravy with mashed potatoes. And probably baked carrots. I'm feeling carrots today. Oh, that's why you hear the garbage truck. They know garbage was late today, and they normally get to go on their WALK after the garbage man comes. So now they're hearing the garbage truck, and he's getting all excited because now he thinks he's going to get an extra one today. Yeah, just a little simple dinner. Mashed potatoes are pretty easy to make, and carrots, I just gotta toss them in the oven. Seasoned with maybe a little bit of olive oil and rosemary. Also, I apologize if the garbage truck is so loud. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything about that. It just sounds good. Like, yeah, I guess Kenny and I are on like the same brainwave. Oh, for those wondering, her husband's name is Kenny, and it's who her nephew is named after. That's how close the family is. Very close, big family. Kenny was very lucky to have such wonderful people in his life. That does look so much better. Okay, like shadowing looks good now. Yeah, he's getting all antsy. He's like, "Oh, I hear it. Is it time to go?" No, it's not time to go. We already went on one today. Occasionally, they get to go on multiple walks a day. They're gonna get to do multiple walks a day at the new place. We're not gonna have a backyard. Now look what you did, Onyx. You got Baxter all riled up. I'm gonna. You got such big eyeballs, and they're kind of like weird placement, Jirachi. I don't want your little like dangly bits covering your eye too much. I've like pulled Jirachi away. I think I've gone a little too big. They are very sneaky little doggies. Baxter's all like doing his stuff like he's preparing for it now. Like, come on, like we heard it, it's time now. No, you guys know. Besides that, like It's almost time for DINNER. Another word I can't say, otherwise, like, they will go ballistic. Onyx, yes. Baxter's just like, I want whatever Onyx wants. What does Onyx want? I want it too. Yeah, you can't leave me out. Most of the time, I don't even think Baxter knows what's going on. He's just excited because Onyx is excited. It's funny because Rascal and Dexter were the same way. My dogs prior. Dexter was smart, knew like was able to like con stuff out of Eric and I, and would get all excited and rile Rascal up. Like most of the time, I'm like, Rascal, you don't even know what you're asking for. You're just going along with it because Dexter's asking for something. I miss those two. They were definitely a duo. But it was funny because we've noticed like the dynamic between the two. Rascal and Dexter were like buddies. Like they acted like either like best friends or roommates in a way. Baxter and Onyx, they act like siblings. They're not siblings, but that's just like their dynamic. It's like Dexter and Rascal put up with each other and acted like friends. Baxter and Onyx act like they're siblings and they're in cahoots with each other. And about the 15-minute mark now before I will have to end the live. I want to at least finish Jirachi's eyes. Okay, I need to darken up that spot. Okay, Rebecca, you have a wonderful night. I hope you sleep well. And hopefully I'll get to chat with you again on Wednesday. If not, I will be live again. All right, you sleep well. Enjoy the next couple days till we see each other again or chat again. Oh my goodness, I know you heard it. He is getting pushy. Onyx is like, something is wrong. I know what we're supposed to be doing now. How about this? I'll take you out with me to go bring the garbage cans in. You don't even know what I'm saying. We'll do that, okay? We can't go on a full length one, but I'll just take you out with me to go grab the garbage cans. Soften up the edge of that shadow a little bit. Um, I think about 150 hours. Like I feel like that's what I'm projected to be around is 150. I know I'm over 140 now, but I think I'll have it done around the 150 mark. Give like so long as I don't have any issues with painting Kenny in. I don't do people that often. I do struggle a little bit with them, but I have a feeling I'm gonna be in a zone with this one, and I'll be able to get him added in quite easily. I shouldn't say easily, but just like without issue. It's this one isn't even my longest one. I get lost in the detail work of my paintings. It's one of my favorite parts, and it causes those hours to just like rack up. So I think I've been working on this painting in my lives since December. I like my first one. I think I was working on this one on Christmas Eve. And I had already put in like I think 80 hours at the time. need to bring the little shiny of your eye over a little bit more. There we go. Now I can just... About 6 more minutes. I think they'll give me enough time to add his little wishes. Luckily, I got the perfect color already whipped right up. Put one there. I think I'm gonna have you come over this way. Yeah, Jirachi's really starting to come along now. Had a little struggles with its body proportion and like just shape, but I think I got it. It looks like Jirachi. Looks like moving forward, it will definitely be Easy to add a football to that. Make it look like Jirachi's following the football. Just get a little bit of highlight in those, and then I will... Oh, and I gotta add the little triangles underneath Jirachi's eyes. Then I will end for the night and be back on Wednesday, where I'll block out Cinderace and get Cinderace added in. Really excited how close I am to finishing this. And I think I am done for the night. Look at Jirachi. I'll let it dry and I might touch up a few more things, but I'm really happy with it. All right, which means that it is now time for me to get started on dinner. I gotta get some stuff done. Jirachi is a very cute Pokemon. I'm really happy with the way he came out. And it really does look like Pikachu's looking right up at Jirachi. Happy little guy. Yeah, I'm happy with their placements. So, all right, everybody. You all have a wonderful night. I'm going to get started on dinner. You all enjoy the rest of your day, evening, night, morning, whatever time it may be as well. I hope you all stay safe out there. Don't get lost. Don't get stolen. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye, you beautiful people.